Hey everybody, it's Leeoutloud, and I'm really excited to be here today with my second interview in my series called Do What Makes You Happy. And I want to introduce you today to my very good friend and my coach, KMitchell.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Me. Yeah.
Absolutely. I like to interview not just strong women, but strong entrepreneurs that have had a defining moment in their life where they decided to take their own life by the reins and do what makes them happy. And the nice way that this is kind of dovetailing into my life is that I was fortunate enough to meet Karen through a friend, and I was ready to take the reins on my life. And I needed someone to kind of guide me and maybe almost give me permission to feel certain things and do certain things. So I want to introduce Karen to you and have her explain a little bit about a life coach. It's just this word that's out there, like, I have a life coach. You know, what is a life coach? Welcome.
Thank
everybody.
you. I'm so glad to be here and to talk about coaching because I'm really, really passionate about it. So coaching is basically a partnership that allows people to sort of get clear on what it is that they want for their life.
Right.
And then very simply and pragmatically how to get it. And it's really very forward thinking. It's about what you want for the moment and moving forward. So it doesn't look back to your childhood. It doesn't look at, doesn't focus on diagnosis.
Which was good for me. I've been in therapy my whole life. I was telling Karen, I'm clear with what's wrong with me. I know I'm crazy. Diagnosed. I'm just kidding. But it's not therapy. It's not let's go back and figure out where you made a misstep or where this or that happened. It's really about like who you are today. And charting your course, which is kind of the name that you labeled this with.
Right. So the name of my business is called Chart Your Course. And I really like that because I think it's very forward thinking and very much moving towards like, I'm going to be in control of my life. So people come to coaching for a lot of different reasons. Like you came because you knew you wanted to do something else. You wanted to contribute to the world in a different way than you were. You had strong feelings around health and wellness. You had this fire, and
I did.
And I think you needed help getting clear on what that would look like for an occupation or for a life mission or life purpose and that type of thing. And so that's a lot of the people that come to coaching are sort of like maybe in their 30s, 40s, 50s going, how do I really want to live? Like maybe they've achieved some level of success in their career.
Right.
Maybe financially they're fine, but they're not really very happy or satisfied or what I would say living a life of meaning. And I think we all kind of get to this place in our life where we're like, what is my life about? Or what am I doing that really matters? And do I feel fulfilled? And sort of asking sort of deeper questions. And I think coaching is a fantastic way to sort of uncover what that is for you and also gives you permission and validation to maybe pay attention to those thoughts that you've been having, like, hey, what about this? Or those interests that you've been ignoring, or maybe that one thing you've like always thought, oh, I wish I could do this, or I always wanted to do this. And I think coaching is the nice way to kind of uncover those and then give you permission to move forward and taking steps. And so a big part of coaching is accountability. So I'm holding my clients accountable to what they say they want to do very, very pragmatically with homework week to week.
Homework. I fit the client that you're talking about so well because, you know, I have a great job. I have a great career. I'm a single mom of 2 teens and I provide for them, and I have a wonderful job that really sheds a lot of light on a lot of world problems like obesity and how unhealthy America is. And I've always had a side gig. I mean, you guys have watched me. I'm raising money for the high school, or I'm doing wine parties because I live in Severna Park and don't know anybody, and everybody here already knows each other. So, I mean, I did that to make friends, and I do other things to fulfill, but I wanted a legacy that I could get behind, and I had no idea where to start. So we really started together with defining what I wanted, and I think you put me through the 5 core values worksheet, which was awesome. I talked about it on the Tuesdays on the Trail.
So that was a major launching spot for you to really get clear on what it is that matters to you as a person. And so what I do with most clients is an activity that is increasing your self-awareness by getting you to realize what it is that really matters in your decisions, in your choices moving forward, and not what other people's idea of what's important is.
And it was hard. I started with like 135 words. You
That
got me down to
chose.
25.
It was
right?
like 400 or 500. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you said make it 25. I was, And we worked together in 2 sessions to get it down to 5. And I mean, mine were fun, energy, connection, gratitude. Oh gosh, there was one more.
There was one more.
It'll come to me.
It will.
But it's so different than what other people's core values are. And then I decided, okay, this is where I'm going to launch.
Do some work around character strengths, and it's basically a test that I have clients take that hones in on what's positive about them, what they're naturally good at, instead of
And that's such a good thing.
right, instead of weaknesses, which is
Right.
kind of how we're used to thinking, I think, is like, how do I build myself up? So this is about actually working from the best of who you are naturally. And so it's, again, bringing self-awareness to the person, to the client, and so that they can kind of work from maybe this lens that's already there. Like, this is who I am naturally, I'm good at it. And it's a very positive way to see yourself, which is huge. So I do that, and I also work with clients on around fear. I didn't have to do that so much with you. You didn't really have that embedded, but many people have a fear of success, a fear of failure, or a fear of being judged by other people.
I have a fear of being judged by other people. I guess it's just that now that I'm over 40 and overwhelmed, I don't care. But you do, and if there is a fear of success, it's a real thing.
Yeah, and sometimes it's both, like fear of success and a fear of failure. And so, like, when you have sort of those built-in belief systems, that is naturally going to hold you back from taking next steps. And so once that's exposed for people and they can take on a different perspective or a different way of looking at it, or they can realize that that way of thinking is not serving them at all,
Right.
they can kind of explode that belief and they can move forward. And that is just like, that is huge, usually, is changing mindsets.
It's a breakthrough, and it's probably a different breakthrough than when you're looking backwards at your life. You're looking forward, and you're like removing that wall
Yeah.
to get over.
Yeah.
Those are very practical things that Karen and I worked on together, but she also has a very spiritual mind-body part to her practice, and that is going to be exposed to me in January when she's doing a 7-week series on wellness that I want her to share a little bit with you guys, because it would be a great holiday gift for that person in your life that has everything, but maybe this would be a really cool thing. So talk a little bit about your wellness program.
Sure, absolutely. So myself and Dr. Erin Kinney, she's a naturopathic doctor in Arnold, we got together and started to realize that we had a lot of knowledge and that we could share with other people that would help them to be healthier, or to learn more about how to take better control over their own health and wellness. Things such as nutrition and mindful eating, meditation, access to yoga instructors. I have a lot of information to share around self-care and also limiting beliefs, working with the belief systems like I just talked about. So we put together a 7-week series. It's once a week, every Tuesdays, starting January 10th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in her office.
Awesome.
And basically, we're going to introduce a new modality, which is just a way to look at your life in a different way, work with your life in a different way that's natural. It's no medication, and it's considered more naturopathic.
And because you're fans of Leeoutloud, and thank you so much for watching, Karen really helped me get to where I am with doing this, because it makes me happy, and I want to do what makes me happy. And because obviously this makes you happy because you're watching, Karen has an offer for being fans of Leeoutloud about her wellness series.
Sure. So if you sign up for my wellness series, we'll offer you $50 off your registration if you bring a friend. For watching.
It's great. Get well together, right? So I thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Lee, for having me. And I just want to acknowledge you for being such a connector of people. So things that are really lighting you up and you feel really passionate about. You're talking to people and you're having events and you're interviewing people like me, and it's really like kind of it's your contribution to the world, and right. I just wanted to tell you that I see that in you, and it's really awesome. It's awesome to be a part of everything you've got going on.
Thank you. Thanks. She's my life. Awesome, strong Annapolis woman. doing what makes her happy, helping other people do what makes them happy. Now you know what life coaching is all about. And here's my life coach. And she is at, say the website?
KMitchellCoaching.com.
KMitchellCoaching.com, and she'll help you chart your course. So thanks again for watching Leeoutloud.
Watch out!